Thanks for joining us again here on SPOOR. It's Thursday evening. We find ourselves again here in the beautiful Safari Outdoor store in the Lynwood branch. I'm joined with my co-presenter Hancke, and we are very privileged to have Jérôme Lanoue with us here, all the way from France. Flew in just for this interview, huh, Jérôme?
Yeah, that's true. That's such a pleasure to come again.
Yeah, it's so nice having Jérôme here, Hancke.
It's always nice, Jérôme. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it all so much.
Let's let Jérôme introduce himself, Hancke. I mean,
Please, can you?
So my name is Jérôme Lanoue. I'm a French guy, as you can hear with the accent. And I'm the gunsmith, the Master Gunsmith of that gun from Verney-Carron. It's a very old factory, started in 1820, and I'm working on that factory since 12 years. So I'm doing that, we are doing that with a team, and we can do anything, any caliber, small.
Jérôme, just to come back, Verney-Carron is a big brand. It's not only, I mean, we focus on double guns. We love doubles. I mean, I fell in love with them a couple of years ago. Hancke, you've been using it for more than 2 decades. But let's just quickly touch on that. Verney builds a lot of different stuff. It's not only double guns, eh?
No, that's true. That's 3 parts. There are 3 parts. One is from security parts.
Yes.
The second one is mass production. And l'atelier, it's that kind of one.
And then in this place where they make this, they make shotguns as well and bolt actions as well.
We do shotgun, we do bolt action, we do falling block, we do side lock, box lock. We can do what you want. It's handmade, so we can do absolutely.
Let's quickly touch on that handmade, and we're gonna talk about that part of the business. Everything you see here, on all of those guns you just mentioned, everything is handmade. It's just the barrels, eh?
Yeah, everything is handmade just because some customer want different caliber. Some customer want a longer barrel, shorter barrel. We don't have the same measurement. I think we can see easily here.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't shoot with the same stock. Of course not. If you want to shoot accurate, if you want to shoot fast, big games and everything, you need your own stock, your own measurement.
Yeah.
So that's why we do everything by hand.
And that's exactly why Jérôme are here in South Africa. He's literally here for 2 days. He flew in from France, measured a couple of clients. Luckily, we could catch him here and get him on set. But that's exactly how you guys operate. Everything is handmade for per customer.
Exactly, and it's not a collection gun. Even if it's very beautiful, it's made for walking. It must work very well and must be accurate and fit you.
Jérôme explained to us these are all double guns and all different calibers now. But you got different models in the double.
Yeah, that's a question we get often asked. Explain to us in the double rifle the different models you guys have to offer.
For example, this one. This one is Eloge. So it's a box lock.
Yes.
But we had
Side
plates. We had a mustache, it's reinforcement. And all of my double are ejectors. I think you need ejectors. If one day you need ejectors, you'll be happy to have ejectors. So it's
that's standard.
Standard. All of them are
Standard with
ejectors. All of them are very well balanced. So you can do that, exactly that, on all of my double, all of my shotgun and everything. Just because the balance must be between both hands.
Yes.
For 2 reasons. The first one, if the gun is balanced, the weight seems less. It's just between your 2 hands. And the second one, if the gun is balanced, when you shoot, the recoil is absolutely flat.
Yeah.
It doesn't jump.
It doesn't jump.
So if you have to shoot a second time quickly, you're still on your animal. So.
And I mean, a nice example is that 700 you guys built. Me and you, we tested one of your 700s a couple of years ago on Giraffe, you remember?
Yeah.
And that's the first time I fired a 700 nitro. And I mean, if you look at the bullets there, it's just something.
No, it's mind-boggling.
If you don't see it in person,
it is mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling. And one of the first things Jérôme gets asked when he exhibits this gun is the recoil. And that point you mentioned is exactly that. Yeah. The balance of these guns. I mean, it's just, there's a cool video of Helmut. We took in a slow-mo back when we were on the shooting range. And that's on our Instagram page. But I mean, it's just unbelievably.
The balance negate a whole lot of the recoil.
And it all comes back to the balance.
You need weight, of course, to absorb the recoil, but because of the balance, you don't feel the weight. So that's a fact. This gun is 9 kilos. It's the first 700 we did, and it's in South Africa. It's on Pretoria shop now. It can move to Joburg, to Stellenbosch, to everywhere, but it's on Pretoria.
And that's the first one ever built by Verney-Carron.
The first one. The interesting thing with that one, the serial number is A1000 because 1000 grain bullets.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So it's the first one.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Listen, Jérôme, let's quickly go back to. We touched on the models quickly. There's some different models as well. If you,
That one is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
It's a very cute double rifle. It looks like a 28 gauge, but it's a 450-400. So on that one, I reduce the frame as much as possible, just because 450-400, you don't need weight. You don't need. It's a very comfortable caliber. You can shoot whatever you want.
I joined Ronald and Elephant Hunt, and Hancke, this is your gun, and I used this gun on that day. We walked 25 kilometers for that day. And let me tell you this: I love my 500. I have one of these, but to carry this thing around is just an absolute pleasure.
And it's ballistic wise, it's a 404 Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Just in a double gun.
Yeah, it shoots a 400 grain bullet at almost 2,200 feet per second. Yeah, a very, very lethal gun. But yeah, I mean, this is something unique. I don't think anybody else in the world makes something like this. Jérôme, is there anybody else that does? I mean, this is a concept you started.
As soon as that one, no, but I can do that just because of my free hooks of the action.
Yeah.
So we can reduce everything, and it's still much stronger than you can find everywhere. So I'm lucky to use that kind of action to doing that.
I understand.
Hancke passes that one there. Jérôme, that's an interesting one. I mean, if you look at the barrels, that's not a standard.
No, it's not standard. So because we work with hand, we can do octagonal barrel or round barrel at exactly the same weight. So it's absolutely crazy because it's difficult to imagine with a camera, but it's just 3 kilos. So it's a 9.374 octagonal barrel, but 3 kilos.
Amazing.
That's something.
Hancke, you talked about the 9.3 before we started the show, but there's some different questions as well. Jérôme, quickly tell the viewers in terms of caliber. So there's a 700 Nitro standing there. We talked about it now. It goes down to.
I can do a 228 if you want. I'm doing right now. I've got some order for customer of mine with very, very small frame. We reduce everything, and we do a small 228.
So you can
there's
build
no
a
limit.
double gun in any caliber.
Any caliber. No limit. The only thing with double gull, I recommend rim caliber, not bell caliber.
Yeah.
For the extraction.
For the extraction. It's easy to make in bell caliber.
Yes.
It's a nonsense for hunting.
Yes. And
Listen, guys, we're running out of time, but Hancke, just to come back to the brand, I want to ask Jérôme, why does it stand out? But I think he answered.
Why do we love Verney so much?
I mean, we
That's
fell
the
in love.
question
We
that
fell
you-
in love with this brand a couple of years ago, and I mean, it's just. I sold my double a year or so ago, and I bought, a Verney in a 500, just because we love the brand. Nothing wrong with my previous gun; it shot like a charm. I mean, we all know that, but it's just something about it, and I think it must be the handmade thing. This is 100% handmade, custom.
And I think
built
it's got
gun.
a.
It's not a mass produced.
I think it's got a little bit of the. What's the right word? The joie de vivre of the French. It's a beautiful made gun.
Yeah.
If you take this gun with its competitors and you put it next to each other, then these guns look better. They just look better.